All right, I'm set up.
All right, we are streaming. Somebody other than me check the volumes on Twitch
Oh,
because I boned it up last time. For a podcaster and musician, my hearing is not the best.
I have real bad hearing too, so I don't blame you.
Okay, with my bad hearing, you sound fine. I will let you know
fine?
on the stream, we are all out of frame, though.
It's because I haven't fixed it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But yeah,
How's that?
like you sound fine to me on my end. I also, much like you, though, also have bad hearing. So, as a fellow podcaster and a now failed musician, I have poor hearing myself.
Hey, you're not failed. As long as you keep trying.
You're between eras.
Yeah. I'm in my eras tour. No, I'm kidding.
Just start dating a famous footballman.
Yeah, everyone knows that's how she got all of her success. Yeah.
Yeah, that was totally the reason
That wasn't
why.
what I was trying to imply.
No, I
know. Okay, thanks for doing that sound test. I guess we could just get started. I turned y'all down relative to me, so if we get any viewers, they can tell me if I overcorrected. But it is nice when the DM is as loud or a little bit louder, since they talk more.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Are you saying I was loud?
Last time I needed to boost myself a bit, and failed. So I have to go back in and mess with the audio and re-upload.
Futz with it.
Tough love.
All right. Dean, you're the main host. Why don't you introduce the show and what it's all about?
I'm the intro person is what I am.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Omniversal Escapades. You're your host for the show. The keeper for today is Jeff, who'll be playing. We're picking up from the last time we played, and we're continuing the adventures in the Z-Files. We are playing Monster of the Week. Real quick, our X's, meaning that we do not bring them into the campaign, or children in peril, depictions of gore, slavery, sexual assault, and our veils, meaning we just allude to, our body horror and feces. And today, we are competing with a very big event today. As some of you may know, it's we're the Midwest. Yeah, I would say it's the Midwest and the West are duking it out for attention today. That's right. It's my birthday. As everyone knows, I'm from California. No, I'm not that self-conceited. Go Sports. I'll say that we are competing with them today.
I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone tweeting about the big game. I don't think that our game is really that big, but I do appreciate the kind of coverage that we're getting.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Well, a lot of those are time travelers from a period when we are the biggest show in media.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. We're of course talking, in a Bill and Ted Esquire sense.
I just meant like in scope. We're really just in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Thank you for all being here instead of watching the puppy ball. We know you'd probably rather be there, but we appreciate it.
You can watch both. You can have one on your laptop, one on your TV.
Yeah, that's the good news.
Well, and technically, if we're talking birthdays, 1 out of every 365 people have this birthday. Mm-hmm. So that's like close to 1 million people. So if all of them tune in, we're doing pretty
set.
Good.
Yeah, we're celebrating with you guys today, and this is our gift.
That's right. Happy birthday, February 11th, people. And yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, it's the 11th already. Oh no.
Dear Lord. Live, laugh, love.
I'm at the age where my younger coworkers now, like, jokingly lie to me about my age. I think I told you all this like pre-show. Literally, one of my coworkers came up to me. I was like, "Oh, Dean, your birthday's coming up this weekend, right?" I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "It's the big 25, right?" I was just like, "Sure, yeah, 25. Yep,
sounds about right."
I never used to understand why people lower their age, because I figured it'd just make you look more haggard for the age. But getting older, now I get it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm close to the end. There's not much to do left, you know.
I
Irrelevance is right around the corner.
I mean, literally, like I turned 33 today, and in like less than a month, my brother's gonna turn 39. So we're at the, yeah, I hear ya. So it's like we're getting old, relatively speaking. But yeah, thank you all for being here today. I also want to thank our hosts for being here. Thank you
I'm-
all. Thank
I'm
you.
26, so I'm not old.
No, no, you're the youth of the. Actually, Tess, I don't know your age. That would be a correct statement otherwise. But
I turned 28 last 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago.
okay.
Nice.
Then so I don't know if you've ever seen 30 Rock, but there's a scene where
Yep.
Steve Buscemi. That's not with this group, but I do feel like that Steve Buscemi scene while walking into work, because most of the people there are in the like early 20s. So like, hello, fellow kids.
That's
Oh,
from 30
I'm-
Rock.
That's from
Yeah.
30 Rock, yeah.
I spent so long thinking that was an SNL bit.
Fair.
For the longest time I thought it was from this movie that did not age well called Not Another Teen Movie.
Also
Oh,
fair.
that's a good movie.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah.
They did have an old person pretending to be young as a joke, but it was not that scene apparently. So
It wasn't.
No, I'm
Steve.
not. I'm that fun halfway point where I can't use the Pride and Prejudice bit about being 27 anymore, but I can't use the New Girl bit about being 29 yet.
Oh yeah.
No Man's Land.
Yeah. Really
29?
You're in the no man's land, a land of jokes. You can't really make the
I legally can't make a single joke this entire year, and that's the rough part.
It's
I'm Googling,
I read the documents.
I'm Googling jokes about being 26 right now.
But yeah, thank you all for being here today. I may have said this, but we're picking up from where we were the last time about 2 weeks ago. Does anyone want to do the quick recap on that? I'm sure Jeff has written notes. Jeff always writes notes. Jeff does a good job at notes.
You would think I would have taken some great notes last time, but apparently all I took was the prep. So I'm going to have to try to cut out secrets if they happen. Let's see. They went to the Steelers' realm. It was sad and drab and lonely. Everybody stands about 30 feet apart, and there's like a haze in the distance. Oil splashes across your feet with little fetal crabs and pelicans. Let's see. That didn't happen. Bodies would float by.
Pete climbed on somebody's shoulders.
Yeah, Pete did do that.
That's right. Pete climbed up. It didn't work, so then somebody else
Crumpled
went
to
up.
the
Was it
ground.
Molly? Molly saw Derek. You went over and brought Derek to join you. Ways away, somebody who'd been there 20 years, Tess's character Remy, noticed some
Nope,
stuff
wrong
going
one.
on.
That's Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah, it's Barb.
God damn it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
Remy.
You were literally the Stranger Things.
Yeah, Remy was a chef joke, and then Barb is Stranger Things, but that wasn't on accident purpose.
Gotcha. So Barb joined the group at some point, and y'all started trying to do a spell to counteract the brainlessness of.
Yes, I trapped us all in a very small circle.
That's right. Outside in the real world, Dean and the other civilians and the sheriff's deputy, Ernie, decided to go do some other stuff. Montrose and Nadine went to, Leo and Nadine went to the mansion, and Nadine caused a diversion. Leo snuck in the back. Over in the Steelers' realm, did the circle to block the weird effects, and you brought in the other kidnappees, the people that were stolen in the weeks prior to your arrival. Let's see. There was a monster in the distance, sort of coming slowly towards the group. And at some point, a rift opened, and you all jumped through it. Maybe
Yes.
you used the staff's magic or something.
Yeah.
I grabbed everybody and went through it.
That's right. And then Dean snuck around Montrose's office, found the safe, got the bracelets, and hid behind a desk. Montrose came in, was like, "What the fuck?" And you decided to stand up and threaten him with a gun?
No. What I did was I stopped him with the wristband that marked him as somebody who can be carried under into that other realm, which he was just able to brush off, unfortunately. So we got into a fight where I used lightning.
That's
and
right.
he used
Lightning
a gun
versus
against me.
gun. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
lightning
he
versus
shot
gun.
you, yeah. He brought
Yeah.
lightning
Classic.
to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would,
I
would think that would
also-
have worked better.
I want to add to the summary that at some point the monster that was in the other place, a tentacle grabbed onto Pete's arm and then melded with his arm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was
there
not great.
some
It was
Uh,
yeah. Pete,
I'll
Pete
seepage.
feels some sort of way about it.
also, Leo stole money out of the safe.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it was 10,000, was it?
Yeah.
Something like that. 10,000 in 1982 money is worth a lot. So,
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, now we've done all that. Let's go to the sheriff's office, or I mean the police chief, the police office, police department, the local precinct,
Station. Yep.
the station.
Precinct is good.
By the way, $10,000 in 82 would be worth about $32,000 today.
Woo.
Nice.
Thank you. I
nice.
was actually really wondering about that.
Cool. Yeah, so this Stealer creature has manifested with the concrete and linoleum from the floor of the station, and it's choking Ernie against the wall, I think. Lifted
yeah,
him
the
up.
way you described it was choking against the wall with one hand reared back, is what you said. I don't know if it was a fist or like claw or
Oh,
whatever.
like he
but-
was gonna punch him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tess is there, so Barb and
Pete?
Stinky Pete and the other survivors, Molly and Derek and a couple others.
I don't think that my character sheet saved from the last time we played, so let me save that real quick because I didn't have oops marked off.
Did one of the survivors get stuck in the other realm?
Yes, I
Barbie.
think that that somebody was like unaffected by the circle or something like that, and or like fell out of its grasp. But I think that was before we jumped through the rift.
So it'd be
I
either
remember who it
Danny
was.
Sundergaard
Yeah.
or Bennett Hargrove. The
I feel like it was Hardgrove.
Hargrove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Okay. So it's Marlene, Danny, Molly. Is that it? And Derek. I should add Derek here.
Hey, audience, if you hear any inconsistencies about Pete from the last episode to this one, it's because my character sheet didn't save.
Okay. So yeah, what do you want to do? He's about to be somethinged with the other hand.
Okay, so when we come out of this realm, do I suddenly have the things that were taken from me back? Like, do I have my gun or my pocket knife back?
Shit, no, that's all on the beach.
Okay. Is there anything in the immediate area? Because we're in a police precinct. I'm assuming that there's going to be something around.
Yeah, I'm picture a few desks, desk lamps, Like you could get an improvised weapon.
Cool.
Pretty much anything that would be in a police station.
Okay.
You're not sure where the guns are, but
Yeah.
anything else.
Okay.
Oh, Ernie has one on his belt? Yeah, Ernie has one on his belt.
Okay. So I think then Pete's going to grab a desk lamp, and I'm going to use a what could go wrong move, where I'm going to charge into immediate danger and try to just smack this creature with a desk lamp.
Love it.
And I can hold 2 to inflict 1 harm, reduce someone's harm by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. So I probably have to roll tough to do this, right?
I would think so. Act under pressure, or is that cool?
Act under pressure is cool, but I'm trying to kick some ass for the thing. So I'm
Okay.
going to use one of my holds to inflict +1 harm if I can.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll tough. Yeah. Okay.
I forgot to pull up your character
5.
sheet, so I'm doing that now.
I got a 9.
A 9. So that's just an ordinary success.
Mm-hmm.
And that does how much damage? It's just your...
It's an improvised weapon, so I'm assuming it'll do 1, and then I'm going to add +1 from one of my holds.
Okay.
And if I
Cool.
can I reduce the harm that Ernie is suffering with my other hold?
Yes.
Cool.
Good
All right,
idea.
I'll do that. Because he has a gun. I don't want to take an officer's weapon.
Smart.
Pete's not that crazy yet.
So, I'm going to say he does 1 harm to Ernie and 1 harm to you. That's after the minus. So take 1 harm.
Got it.
He reaches back and slaps you in the face. And it's absurdly painful.
Ouch!
Who'd like to go next?
I'm not in the scene, so unless combat is happening concurrently at different locations, that would be Tess.
Yeah, I'm thinking while this slap fight is starting, I might roll to protect someone and get Ernie out of it. Seems like they're busy.
That sounds good. I'm trying to pull up the rules here. Got the playbooks. Let's try rules.
Roll plus tough. Oh, good. I got a +0 to tough.
Makes you feel any better, so do I.
Hey, you should maybe make the argument that you're helping out.
I am helping. I'm helping myself. Can I roll for helping? And then if I do well on that, I can. I was by the time I thought to help you out, you had already done what you needed to do, and I felt like that was disingenuous to be like, can I add some dice to it? I got a 6, so that didn't work at all, but
Mark
it was worth
experience,
trying.
though.
Okay, you got a 6, so mark experience. And we'll go on to Ernie.
I'm turning my camera off for a second, but I'm still here.
Ernie shouts, "Forget about me! Save the prisoner!" Or suspect? I don't know. What do cops call a guy that's in a prison cell?
I don't
Prisoner.
really feel about him.
Yeah, I mean, prisoner could be all right.
The inmate?
Yeah.
Save the inmate. So he rolls really well on a manipulate someone.
Mhm.
So because you're a player, I'm not going to force you, but
If you act upon it, you get +1 forward, is what happens.
okay, cool.
I'm here now. I'm in shorts, so I'm ready for action.
Oh, thank God.
I changed
Yeah.
from pants
More room
to
to
shorts.
kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as you and Barb have been told by the sheriff to go protect the prisoner and leave him behind. So the NPCs will do that, but you're not compelled. I'm just,
Okay.
I'll say there'll be a minus. Yeah, you'll be at disadvantage if you try to stay and help.
Okay. So, all right then. I'm gonna just yell back to Ernie. Where are the keys? Where are the keys, Ernie?
He points to the back of one of the desks. But I just realized you have your magic staff.
Oh yeah.
So
magic.
we'll say Stinky Pete hit him with a desk lamp, and then he looks over in his left hand, and he's like, "This might work better."
I'll use this one next time.
Okay, yeah, you see the keys. You can run over and grab those.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure.
Okay, and then the others, run down the hall.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll follow them with the keys. Do we know
Then
who
I'll head
this
down that
prisoner
way.
is?
No, you don't. This
All
is
right,
somebody
then.
the sheriff arrested, or I mean the police chief.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay.
All right. So we get back there.
Yes, you grab the keys, you run back, and it turns out that it's Barry from Randy's Tires.
Oh shit.
Oh, Barry.
And he's like at the bars. He's like, "Ernie, what's happening? Ernie, oh, hey guys."
Barry.
He's like goggle-eyed because you've got Derek and Kostelwitz there, who he recognizes from the
Yeah.
posters.
Barry, where's my car?
Oh, it's still there. I was almost done with it, and then the chief, what's his name, kidnapped me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barry. Well, there's a monster in there tearing Ernie's shit up. So we're gonna unlock this here cage, and we're gonna get you out. We're gonna go get my car, and we're gonna skedaddle.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
So that was me using trust me. When I tell a
Okay.
normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger, I roll plus charm.
Brilliant.
So on a 10 plus, they do what I say. 7 to 9, you can choose a question. On a miss, they think I'm crazy.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
If you get a 7 or above, then Az has advantage.
Yeah. He doesn't. They don't. Pete does not have advantage.
Mark
Okay,
experience.
Yeah, that's a charm thing, right?
That is
It's
plus
a
cool.
Ah, help
And I
out.
have a -1 to cool, and I also rolled a 3.
Ouch.
Well, it's okay because I rolled a mixed success on my trust me roll. So
All right.
Barry's gonna do it, but you can either ask me a hard question, they stall and dither a while, or they have a better idea.
Real quick, we didn't do experience at the end of the last session.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just one, I want to say.
okay.
Let me make sure here.
Do we
Nope,
conclude
that's
the
the
mystery? Do we save someone for certain death or worse? As did. Do others something new and important about the world? I would say that's a yes. Do others something new and important about one of the hunters?
That's right. You got 2 because you had 3 questions answered or whatever.
Sweet. Okay.
All right. Go ahead and continue the scene. I did level, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Yes.
do this real quick while they do their stuff.
Okay, cool.
Do you want me to repeat the things for you, Jeff?
Yes, please.
So Barry is going to ask me a hard question. He's going to stall and dither a while, or he's going to have a better idea.
Okay. And remind me again, you wanted him to do what?
Get the fuck out of the police station and get my
Oh.
car so that we can, be mobile and be able to skedaddle if we need to.
he says, I'll go with you if you help me save Ernie.
Well, I think that was on the game plan anyway, so let's do it.
All right. And yeah, he runs out with you and he says, the chief says I got drunk and busted up the bar last night, but I was at home reading. So sounds like the chief is just lying openly
Gotcha.
to do his secret bidding. So
All
yeah, you're back out dealing with the creature again. Let's cut over to Dean, who has just been shot. How do you want to handle that?
Okay. First things first, I want to let you know that I'm going to go ahead and take the ability, pull from another playbook, for Leo,
Okay.
so that I can. I'm going to get an ability from another playbook, and I'm going to choose the invincible option from the chosen,
Okay.
and it gives me +2 armor.
+2 armor. Perfect. That sounds good. Sorry.
Sounds
I'm
really
just
good for a man who just got shot.
Yeah, that's the reason why I took it.
Yeah.
All right. So I already know what I'm going to do in this situation. So if you recall, last time I in order to get the door off, I just kind of like ripped it off its hinges using magic. So in this case, in order to stop him from shooting me again, and I can't guarantee he'll be dead or unconscious, but by another lightning bolt, I'm going to go ahead and use magic again. This time I'm going to use the safe door, and I'm going to like mold it in a semicircle to like pin him against the wall and trap him. Which I did look this up ahead of time. That is actually a weird move I can do.
Okay. Cool. So it's gonna
Uh,
thin out, go in a big U, and hook back up.
Yeah, it's kind of just kind of like act like a makeshift body cage or whatever you want to call it. It
Cool.
is under use magic, and one of the effects is trap a specific person or minion or monsters on there.
Perfect.
And this way he can't use his gun on me. So it's 7 plus my weird, and my weird, if I scroll back up my character, is +2, so 9. Mixed success.
Okay, mixed success. So it wraps into all these bands that grabs his face and upper chest and pulls him back against the wall. However, his hands are still free to do his sinful business. So he takes another shot and does you for... What's a gun again? Is it 2 or 3?
Depends on the gun.
It's a revolver.
Oh, hold on. I actually have the revolver. It does 2 harm, but I've got armor.
That's right. So it pa-ding, just bounces off and ricochets into the window, and some more glass breaks. And
I'm
he
just-
looks, his eyes like kind of look down and look at his gun, and he's trying to make sense of it. That's his move. So, is that his move, or is that just his reaction? To you?
Combat is reactionary based.
That's
so,
right. So yeah, we'll just keep going. What else do you want to do?
And but basically with that, I'm pinning him against the wall, so he can't cast, he can't use his pistol, he can't call out.
Right.
I mean, he could shoot down theoretically, but I don't see how that's an advantage for him. You know?
Because the mixed success, right? It just got his upper area, so his hands are free. Does that count?
Yeah. And then I'm going to use my fling ability. I'm going to fling at him the desk in the room.
Cool.
That's alternative weird moves. 1 second. Yeah, it's under telekinesis in this case. All right.
Okay, I've got it. I'll show the. Oops. Let's show the viewers. Telekinesis.
7. So on a 7-9, you move, but it hurts. Choose one option and mark 2 harm. Oh damn! Oh, that sucks.
Okay, so something is held fast. Something is hurt.
Well, let's do it now. Maybe I should just shot lightning.
Now, this harm, this
Mhm.
bypasses your armor, I would think.
By
Or
default,
no?
you can make something smaller than. It doesn't say bypasses armor, so I think that's a you call.
Cool. Cool. So it flies forward, and this like massive buffet of force comes back at you, but you just stand firm. It's like a Dragon Ball Z thing. Your feet kind of shift a little bit, and pebbles go flying past you. I don't know why there's pebbles in this office, but that's what happens. And your coat ruffles a little bit, and you're fine. And he is now fully pinned and can't use his arms.
Man, what is this? Like, are you a cultist? Is that what this is? Some deep god? You got your mouth wrapped, right? Sorry, one-sided conversation. Anyway,
His eyes and his mouth are free enough for him to talk. He says, I'll tell you everything. Just promise me you won't tell the others.
all right.
Can you let my hands free?
No, you don't let a sorcerer's hands free. Do you think I'm stupid?
You hear feet running on wood floors and carpet down below.
I'm gonna go over and lock the door.
Nice. Click, click. It is fully locked.
I was-
And he says, one word from me and they'll stop trying to get you.
Okay, you do that, and I won't electrocute the metal that's around your body right now.
I didn't know that was an option.
Well, are you asking me, the player, or him? Is that his? I need to know who I'm talking to here, Jeff.
it's the player. Yes, this is my. I should be doing a voice for Montrose. Here we go. I didn't know that was an option. Well, Chief, stay out. I'm discussing something with a friend. And you hear the police chief. Well, you don't. I don't think you've met the police chief, but you hear somebody out there go, all right, but I'm right here. Just say the word, Pete, and I'll take care of business.
Pete.
Pete.
Guys, Peter Montrose, apparently the chief and him are tight.
It's like, just go look at him. Oh man, you two are very close. If you got first name basis. Anyway, why are you dragging people to another realm? And how do I get people out?
He laughs a little bit.
I'm gonna put my hand on the metal. I still could just electrocute this.
Yes. From the original circle, if a powerful practitioner recites the text of the spell backwards and expends a pint or so of their blood, that everyone who was taken will be returned to their original location. But I must warn you, some of those people were could have been out on the ocean or rowing a boat in a lake. Could kill a lot of folks, you know.
Yeah, it's a real Mr. Kesselplex situation, isn't it?
Well, I only started the spell a short time ago, but there's no telling with this sort of thing. If you released everyone in that realm, I mean, who knows what could happen?
Is there an eldritch being beyond my comprehension on the other side of that realm? Is that what's going on here? Is there a Gorgath situation?
He stays mute and is much more poker faced than me.
You know that she's gonna stare at me. That tells me yes, right? Your silence just tells me yes.
Says, I know nothing of such things. I
It's-
merely
it's-
use the stealers, and they require new. They need a new transformation for each use of the spell.
Okay, why are the Steelers and what do they need a transformation for?
Well, they go to this other realm, the realm of Baltavoth. Was that it?
Sounds right.
Baltavoth.
Baltavotka?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Boltavoth. Yeah, we're all
Uh,
quite aware of Boltavoth. It's next to the Seagroin.
Yes, Baltavoth.
Or the Great Wall, excuse me.
And Baltavoth of the Groinwall. It's his realm and his contract. Trust me, if I could have just used one of his old victims, no one would have had to disappear. Well, except for the specific ones I needed, of course.
All right, Pete. I'm gonna call you Pete. I'm not asking for permission. All right, Pete. And keep in mind, I can still electrocute this metal. I'm gonna fly a scenario with you, and I want you to throw in any corrections you've got going. All right. You are working for this large company as a realtor for the purposes of removing dissidents from remove dissidents from this area so that you can begin doing environmental damage to the area to appease some dark god, or is it just for the money?
Well, some might say that money is a dark god all its own.
I'm not here to argue philosophy, Pete.
Not to make the subtext text, but, in this situation, it seemed to...
Yes, money is the root of evil. I get it, Pete. That's not. It's weird to get morally. It's weird to get lectured on moral ethics from a guy who's trying to destroy a town. I'm just gonna tell you this.
We've all read Marx, Pete.
Yeah.
I don't know who you think we are.
Ruin a town? Well, surely... all I've done has improved Sunny Shores. We're the top tourist destination in the state.
He's gonna blink at him like he's an idiot. I just got in like today, and while it's not tourist season, half the buildings are closed. You've accomplished nothing except for
that's
suffering.
That's more of a recent development. Certain people were bought out in order to enable new condo complexes to be built for Airbnb and that sort of thing.
Yo,
We
hold
didn't
up,
have that in 1982, but,
Hey, you could just say like hotels. Like hotels.
Sure, yeah.
I was like, in a dead town?
Verbos.
Verbos, yeah, sure. Another thing. Pete, you are in denial of the evil you've done.
Evil's a strong word.
No. No, it's pretty
Some
applicable.
would say that progress is a light unto the world. Something Jesus said, sort of.
You are grasping at philosophical straws, Pete.
And he said light really loud. You're not sure why.
I was like, oh, that's a code word. They're about to storm in, aren't they? Come on, Pete.
I don't quite know what you're suggesting. What is your name? I feel like we haven't been properly introduced.
I'm not stupid, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not giving you my name, all right? Here's what you... I'm not some superhero in a comic who announces themselves when they arrive on a scene. All right, in fact, I we're not doing this. You're going to release all the people that you abducted for the last like 20 years, or I will heat this metal with lightning.
Well, you see, I can't do it from here. I'd have to go downstairs to the magic circle. I thought I'd made this clear.
No,
Perhaps if I make a reference to some kind of Shakespeare or something,
I was just gonna put
that'll-
my head on the metal. Pete, 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 Pete. Don't make me like an anti-villain out of a comic book, all right? I'm doing that a lot today. A lot of comic references. Just do it. You're stalling.
Okay, the lights go out.
Of course I do. I'm gonna go ahead and just like, oh, fine. You're gonna do this the hard way. And you just get a lightning bolt to let the glass open, so you can flee.
Okay, cool. I thought
Uh,
maybe you were gonna electrocute him.
Pete, Leo cannot take on multiple people at once. He's on, literally, I'm 3 harm out of the 8. I'm unstable. I'm about to be unstable. So,
So you lightning bolt out the window. Do you turn yourself into a lightning bolt? Like, how's this work?
well, the idea was just to cause a lightning bolt to break open the window, and then he was gonna like scale out. Was the idea?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the window goes out, and you hear a bang as somebody like shoulders into the door, and you hear a weird like noise, and the smell of what's a pungent flower?
The corpse flower.
I was gonna
Sure.
say that.
Sure, that one, or the tree that smells like cum.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Is that Laurel? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, boom, the window opens up, and you start scaling your way down.
Well, before I do, I was like, oh, by the way, Pete, let's let you know, I was sent here by the Wizards Consortium, so they will be hearing about this because I know you're not part of the Wizards Consortium. Oh, wait, you don't know about them? Oh, yeah, magic is real beyond occultists. Okay, bye.
Okay, no one responds to you, which is odd. And
I was telling
then
that
actual lightning goes outside, and so there's another flash, and you see your safe spell or whatever is kind of sagged a little bit, and he's gone. And then the door bangs open, and you're crawling down the wall. There's a convenient trellis with roses, and so you're crawling down that.
And I'm gonna head for Ernie's because that's honestly the best place to regroup after that.
At the police station.
Yeah.
Cool. All
And
right.
in fact,
Go ahead.
I'll just say I think at the end, sometime last session that said that's where we're convening anyway. So
Cool. Let's cut back to the station. Y'all, the NPCs are running out the door while you and Barry try to help Ernie.
Okay. What is Ernie doing? Is Ernie still like pinned?
Is like hitting him with his offhand and his feet, but he's not making any progress.
Okay. Can I roll a help out to help Ernie?
Sure. Like hold the thing's arms, try to keep it.
Well, what if I call out to Ernie? Ernie, you have a gun.
Yes. Ernie's like, oh, doy. And draws his weapon.
Cool. So I have a move called the Power of Heart, where when fighting a monster, if I help someone, I don't roll plus cool. I automatically help as if I've rolled a 10.
Cool. So that does help him. He draws the weapon and fires and does 2 damage minus its armor. So the bullet just sort of sticks in its concrete exoskeleton and doesn't seem to affect it at all.
Ew.
Mhm.
Tess, any ideas here?
So we just shot it and it didn't seem to work that well.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to read a bad situation and see what the best way to handle this is. Though I suppose I have to wait until I successfully roll it to tell you what I want to find out. But
Perfect. Yeah. Do you have any moves that affect the roll?
no, it's just roll plus sharp. I mean, I can tell people are lying to me, but that's not going to help in this situation. Use sharp instead of charm when I manipulate. That's not going to help. Acting all crazy to get out of something is not going to work. So
Okay.
we're
So
gonna
yeah,
roll it.
just roll a roll and add your modifier.
I'm batting 1 million today. Plus sharp. That is a 9.
Let's go.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
just
Yeah, I'll
fine.
take it.
What's the best way in? What's the best way out? And do you just haven't noticed? Biggest threat, most vulnerable to me, or what's the best way to protect the victim?
I can't decide between best way to protect the victim or best way out. I feel like they're very similar. Let's go protect the victim.
Okay. Real quick, Tess, you'll get +1 ongoing. Sorry to interrupt, Jeff. Sorry.
No,
You get
please
+1.
help me. I can't find the rules. I have them
Gotcha.
here somewhere, but I've been trying to find them.
If you act on the answers, you get a +1 ongoing while the information is relevant. So basically, in the way we've altered the game, you get advantage while acting on the relevant information of what's the best way to protect the victim. So
Sweet. Also, it's a Bradford pear. That's the one that
Yes.
smells like. Yep, that's a Bradford.
okay.
Also known as an ornamental pear.
Hmm. Y'all, you went on with that. I was just gonna say like rose, like the smell of roses. It was like corpse
Smells like
corpse
doo,
flower
doo,
and
doo.
something smells like
Yeah. Roses is usually my go-to first
Hmm.
thought, but it's like it's old hat, so then I get hung up
It's
trying to
been
think of
done.
something else. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so you pretty sure it's trying to take him to that beach realm. So if you block the creature off from that realm, it will prevent that from happening. And may even free the creature from that realm. You don't know. But so if you put salt down or blood and make a circle, that might help.
Fair. Anyone actively bleeding? Any blood on the ground that I can just kind of mess around with my foot?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because he didn't actually get hit. He's just being kind of.
He did get smacked in the face. But
I got smacked in the face.
Yeah. So there's a little blood on his lip there.
Caught in my beard.
Yeah, Pete, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need to use that. I feel like maybe if we make a circle, because you saw how well circles worked back when we were on the beach.
Circles do good.
Yeah, right. Let's see what we can do. So
You want I should rub my face on the floor?
I feel like there's a lot of different ways to do it that you don't need to rub your face on the floor. But if that's how you feel we should do this, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Do what you feel is necessary.
I think you're the
Let's
expert.
get this blood on the floor.
Barry's in the back holding
you,
up his
Pete.
finger, and he's like, And finally, he's like, "Hey guys!" And he pulls out his pocket knife and cuts by his elbow, and then there's some blood coming down. He's like,
Barry, I'm
"How
already bleeding.
about
That
this?"
was not necessary, Barry.
I'm just gonna
No,
rub my
I feel
face
like
in the
it might.
ground.
I feel like it might help. Okay, thank you, Barry.
So
And I'm
it'll
gonna
help
start
you
making a
get
circle. Yeah,
It'll help you get advantage on this roll to see if you can do it without.
yeah.
Pete's just like squeezing his face.
So yeah, roll advantage. This will be a Is this a weird roll? Yeah, this is a weird roll.
This is
Yeah.
a weird roll.
It would be a
This
weird
is
roll, yeah.
weird roll.
I have-
Advantage means I add a third die.
Yeah.
Okay,
You add a third die, you take the two highest of the three die.
sweet. 5, a 5, and a 6. The die want me to
hell
get this
yeah.
done.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah,
So that's an
You
11
make a
plus
quick
weird.
old
Yeah,
swirl of blood,
12.
and
Well,
Barry goes "Ugh," and sticks his thumb down on it, and finishes it, and then you do a little magic something or other.
Oh, Pete hands you the staff.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
I'm
the
gonna-
staff helps you focus your energy, and you tap it on the line, and suddenly the creature pulls its arms back from Ernie,
Mhm.
and it starts like getting confused, and the linoleum and concrete starts to flake away from its eyes, and you can see Bennett's eyes
Oh.
looking out at you.
Bennett.
He kind of turns to look at you, and he looks all confused, but it's definitely him. It's starting to flake away from his mouth and stuff.
Bennett, get all that shit off you.
What?
You're covered in shit. Get it off you.
And he looks down. He's like, "Oh!" He's like tugging.
We're working on
away
it, Bennett. We're working on it.
Pete's
you
just
see
gonna
as he
start like
tugs it-
scraping stuff off of him.
He tugs it off his right hand, and you see those like 4 bumps, and they're like pulsating red and
Oh.
black, icky. And he's like, just looks horrified.
We're working on it. Kind of. We don't worry about it. We got this. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else? I feel like that was.
Ernie's
Does it seem
down
like
on the
it's-
ground, hyperventilating.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna do a very old man thing. I'm gonna go over to Ernie and make sure he's okay. I'm gonna pull some like hard candies out of my pocket and try to give him some.
Little strawberry
Oh, heck
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looks up. Oh, thanks. And starts unpeeling. He has to put down his gun to unpeel it, and then he realizes what he's doing, and he grabs his gun and stands up.
Yeah, as soon as he puts the gun down, Pete like noticeably is like,
So he stands up, puts his weapon away, and then eats the candy.
it's a cream saver.
Oh wow!
You savor the cream.
Barry's like, is that Bennett Hargrove? And he starts to reach out.
That's the guy. I said his name earlier.
So he's reaching out to touch.
Do we want to
Hargrove.
touch him right now? I feel like the Pete didn't have any negative things, but that might be a separate thing.
The magic circle, if he breaks the plane of that, it'll
stop the whole
working.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm just
shit.
gonna be like, nope. Actually, we're just gonna let this play out.
Okay, you hold him back. And he's he's just
Oh yeah, let me take
totally
back.
confused.
Pete did not scrape anything off of it.
off of the guy. Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to detract. I've had cream savers stuck in my head since I said it.
Yeah, cream savers, they're good.
They're
man.
good.
I want
Savor the
some.
cream. Wait,
We
that's the
love a hard
thing? Hold up.
candy.
Oh yeah, cream savers. CREME.
Please continue. I'm
Creme.
curious if this is a thing.
Yeah.
Creme
So I guess
sugar.
we're just watching Bennett crumple away.
Does it seem like he's hurting?
His shell.
He seems dopey and sluggish, but he
I would
definitely
be
is
too in
trying to
that
get
situation.
this stuff off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's slow going, but he's trying. But then you see the like weird rifty magic type stuff starting to appear around him.
Hey
And
Bennett,
there-
don't go in there.
And Barry's like, "What's all that then?" And he's pointing. It's like stretching out above Hargrove and down into the ground.
Yeah, so that's I'm just gonna go ahead and tell it like it is, Barry. There's like a weird underground place. I don't know if it's underground, but I went through the ground to get to it. People down there, the missing people. And they're like, I don't know, they're under some kind of spell. We got a couple of them out, like Barry over here. I don't quite understand it. I'll be honest. Barb also came out of there.
Barb, you realize that if that rift finishes coming together, that Hargrove will be probably taken back to the other realm.
Oh, this is like a summoning type thing. Oh God. I think Pete, I think he might be going back. What's the move? I mean we got rid of the bad guy. That's good. We might also be getting rid of Bennett. That's bad.
How good would you say your magic is?
I didn't use it before today, so I would say medium.
Okay. So you don't know a way to stop this thing?
Technically no. I feel like my instincts have been pretty good, but again, I'm not going to trust that with someone's life. Well, I might. We're just going to see what our options are first.
Okay. Fuck.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So if you dither too long, it'll take him away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Could I use the move panic button to see what I can do to keep him from going in, to like find his escape?
Oh yeah, just grab him and tackle him. Now he probably weighs a little bit less. You see some of the rocks and stuff have fallen off.
If he comes out of the circle, though,
will he reform into the creature?
Yeah,
maybe.
We got more blood.
That's true.
You just keep doing this over and over again.
Yeah.
You could also go there and bring him out because you figured out how to do that once already. Although you don't know how to create the rift itself.
Yeah. I was thinking of pulling a Hal here and just kind of diving in.
Okay, yeah. So you dive in, you tackle him. The circle is broken.
Staff, yeah.
Oh yeah. Before I go in, I go, give me that staff, Barb.
Yep. Nope.
And you grab him and you land on the ground, and a bunch more concrete and linoleum fall off of him, and he looks down at his hands and he says, "It's my wrist. It's my wrist. You're gonna have to cut it off."
Hey, I think that there's probably a better way to do that, my friend.
The bumps are becoming blacker and darker and whatnot.
Hey, Bennett, I don't have a knife. I don't have any cutting material.
You notice the rift is starting to widen. And now Barry can see it, and he's just kind of staring blindly, and he's holding the knife in his hand like, just what?
Barry!
Oh, sure, here, and he hands it to you.
Okay. I thought I dove through the rift. Did I just
no,
tackle him?
you
You
just
dove
kinda,
into the circle.
You just kind of pushed him out of it.
Okay.
But the rift itself is still there. You think it has to get to a certain size before anybody can go through it.
Okay.
Can I try to use magic, not even to get rid of the dots, just to like kind of halt the progress? Because it seems like this whole thing is getting real fast, real quick, and we need some thinking time.
Yeah.
You want to try to keep the gate from growing?
Yeah. I'm not trying to like close it or do anything crazy, but I'm like, okay, things are moving real fast. Let's kind of slow this down. Let's halt this for just a minute. Let's put it on ice.
Okay. Well, the blood circle is still around it, so if you fix that, that might do it.
Quick, Pete, smash your face into the ground.
or the staff might do it.
I'm just joking.
But
Yeah,
yeah, you
there's
just
still
don't
some
know
blood on the
enough
bottom of
about
the
this
staff.
type of thing to close it yourself.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the staff down and as close to the center of the circle as I can.
Okay.
It worked last time.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
like this is just I'm now kneeling next to Bennett with the staff just in the circle and a knife in my other hand. Like,
Okay. You bang the
shall
staff
not
down.
pass
I'll
forward.
let you make a weird roll.
You shall not proceed.
all right,
And do you have any forward going with this?
I
know you
don't
had a
because
roll.
I used my 2 holds to do a
Okay.
harm and then subtract a harm.
But
So
Tess does.
oh,
Yeah, I've
Best
got
way to
that
protect the
plus
victim.
one. Yeah, or I could help out potentially.
all right.
Oh wait, was the victim from the last scene? Because my brain went everywhere. The victim from the last scene was Ernie, not Bennett. So yeah, never mind. That doesn't really apply.
Yeah,
You can still do
yeah,
a
that was
help
Ernie
out.
that I was trying to. Yeah, I think I'll help.
Okay. So I'm rolling use magic. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So we'll say you
which-
grab his other hand, because that's what y'all were doing last time.
Okay.
And I got an 8 for that help out.
Cool. So
Okay,
that gives me a +1, right?
Yep.
Gives you
Again.
another die, right?
Yeah. It gives you
Oh, right.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus
Um,
1, but now I'm in danger. But let's be real, I was already in danger.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening.
Okay. So I roll a 9.
So +1 is 10.
That's with the +1.
That's with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the rift starts to close up, but your arm starts to glow, and it looks like kind of seaweed stretching around your arm and up your elbow, and you realize that you're feeling it climb your arm into your sleeve.
Ew.
This sucks.
It's not looking great, Pete. It's not. That's
Is it
real weird.
Is it the arm I'm holding the staff with, or the one that I'm holding his hand with?
Either one.
Okay.
With your arm is the right, the one that's been affected. So I
Yeah.
assume that's the arm you're holding the staff with.
Yeah. So what is that doing? What does that mean for what's happening here?
It's a secret. You don't know yet.
Oh God. Okay. What's happening with the rift?
The rift is slowly closing around it.
Okay. Okay.
And Hargrove now is like rolling around. He's all like, he must be in some pain, and he's trying to rip this stuff off him.
I really
Barry
do not
goes
want to cut this man's hand off.
Barry
Yep.
goes over to assist him, trying to tug it off, and everywhere it pulls off, it takes like the clothes or some of the skin with it.
Oh, like when we tried to take it off your arm. Yep.
Like his body is trying to reassert connection with the stuff.
Got it. Okay. Is the
Apologies
there-
if this is really frustrating for you or the listener.
No, it's okay. I don't want to cut his hand off.
That's fair.
Our X's are gore. Are you going to cut the hand off?
You do see across the way a fire axe in its glass case if you need to use something a little more substantial.
Is there some way that I can just like cut a little bit off so that it's just the bumps?
Play the bumps.
Just like just
fillet the bumps.
Sashimi
Yeah.
off the bumps. Yeah.
It's a little like cancer. Like it depends on how deep they are. Do any of you have any medical training?
Little bumpectomy. If I can do enough Grey's Anatomy, can I sell it?
Any experienced hunters, fishermen, veterinarians, doctors? I'm not hearing a yes.
I'm just gonna okay.
trying to think of who
Oh,
else-
you're
okay,
a
everyone else
chef,
failed.
aren't you? Weren't you a chef, Barb?
Pete also owns a
No.
restaurant.
That's right. Yeah,
Going to
you're
own.
a chef.
Yeah, okay. So the way Pete is gonna rationalize this is these These are just little prawns. These are just little prawns that gotta get sliced. So, Bennett, you're gonna feel a little something. Here we
And
go.
someone else will have to do it because you're holding the staff.
Ah, shit.
So
Uh,
Barry will
yep.
assist if you want to.
Yeah.
Or Ernie
Yeah,
could
Bennett,
do it
this is what
too.
you want to do?
He
Bennett,
just
I need your
moans.
explicit consent.
Because this is a real big thing we're doing.
This is a life-changing operation.
He moans. He's clearly in
Operation.
shock, but he does nod.
Okay, Pete just holds up the knife. Somebody take this.
So Ernie will do it if you don't want to do it, Barb.
Yeah, let Ernie do it. I don't want this on my hands. I feel like as a cop, Ernie probably has some medical training.
He's certainly not squeamish.
I just
Yeah.
put a tourniquet on it first. I think that helps.
Okay, yeah, so roll a help out, and then he'll do his thing.
I'm trying to see how likely it is for them to have hand sani in their station in 1882.
Oh, yeah, they have a first
Realistically,
aid
not
kit, so
likely.
you yank out. It's got the long bandage and the...
Yeah.
Could I
Oh,
also
I got
Sulfa
7
and
for
all
the
that.
help.
could I also make the argument that I'm helping out by keeping the rift stable at the moment?
Sure.
A lot of moving
Okay.
parts.
Well, when I help someone, I automatically help as though I've rolled a 10.
Hell
Do,
yeah.
do, do, do.
Well, he rolled 3 dice. I don't think he can roll 4.
Ah,
But I'll give him a +1. The trouble is he got a 5, so that brings it up to a 6. So he cuts, and Hargrove just screams bloody murder, and blood is like pouring out everywhere. So he gets like half of one, and he's like, his hand starts shaking, and Hargrove is like spewing blood all over the wall. It's a horror show, and Ernie can't continue until someone holds him down. And Ernie starts to retch a little bit. Let's cut back to Dean. Is Dean around?
Dean just slowly moved out of frame.
I'm sorry. Is this getting outside of our normal brand of spook? Is this
It's a
getting
little-
too graphic.
It's a little gory. Just a
Okay.
little gory.
So we'll just say there is some blood. It's a Monty Python style.
Strawberry jam.
That's right.
I'm joking.
All right, we'll cut back to Lou. You get down to the ground, and you hear them shouting up there. And from here at the northwest corner of the house, it's about equal distance to the place where you came in or the front entrance where Nadine should be.
I'm gonna go where Nadine's at because she's got her
Okay.
car. So
So you
I'm
run. And they release the dogs. You're going to have to run faster than the dogs.
They've released the hounds.
They've released the hounds. Yeah.
Except in this case, it's 1982, so they're Doberman pinchers.
Right. So they're not.
Release the pinchers.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a no limits roll. So basically, it allows me to go beyond my normal limits. Quick super speed is the basic idea here.
All right, roll.
All right. So I on a 7 and 9, I suffer all harm, but I take -1 forward, but I still succeed. So
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
because
it's-
resting right now doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No time. So yeah, you'll take 1 harm.
Well,
as
it's,
your-
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's if I roll a 79, which is the minimum I want to get, you do it, but choose one consequences. I either suffer 1 harm or take -1 forward, or you need to rest right now. One of the 3.
All right.
And I rolled a 12. Before
Hell
bonuses.
yeah. So you run ridiculously fast. The dogs like whip their heads around to give you a like, wow, that guy's fast look. And they get a little confused and stumble around. And you get to the gate, and one of the guards is like standing next to Nadine's car, and he's just like looks really annoyed, and then he looks over and he sees you, and you get to the door to the gate. It's closed, but you should be able to get through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight through it. Is Nadine in her car?
Yeah. So you blast through that gate, and you come around to the car. Where would you like to go? The guard is reaching for a weapon.
I don't want to kill the guard because, as far as I know, the dude's just like working a night job.
Mhm.
I would like to do. Let me take a look at this real quick. See, 1 second. Spirit, summon one up, predicate with something. This time, heal 1 harm. Ugh. I know. I will attempt to manipulate someone. In this case, I'm going to intimidate him to put his gun away. So
Oh, nice.
I was like, it's just gonna be like, put it away, and then yeah, roll manipulate someone.
Do you want to use your luck point?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point. I
Okay,
just rolled
your voice booms out, and he just looks a little startled and takes his hand away from his weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like some sort of thaumaturgical essence. Your coat billows a little bit, and he just seems chastened. And you see the police chief running out of the front door, 100 yards or so up the hill.
I'm gonna get into Nadine's passenger seat. Go, 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 go.
She's like, the starter's acting weird. She's like slamming the brakes and gas and like shaking the car. And then she tries it again, and the sheriff's nearly to the gate. He's pulling out his gun, and he's drawing down. And she's like, oh, holy fuck, Jesus, Lord, oh my God. And then backs in reverse. Does a big old 180 and slams down the road at top speed. And she is tripping. She's like, oh, what'd you find out?
Cultists. It was cultists. Dark god cultists.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Pete Montrose is a cultist.
Oh, no, I thought he was a good Christian. An asshole, but a good Christian.
Yeah, no, they're trying to ruin the town. To appease some dark god from another dimension. Korzagoth. I'm gonna call him Frank. I can't remember his name right now. So Frank is trying to like take people from our world, and they're doing it to appease him.
To appease him? Well, how'd they get into that situation? Why would you want to appease a dark god?
Oh, cultists are people who don't put the time to learn magic. It's lazy. It's lazy magic. I don't know.
I guess you did say magic is real.
Yeah. And cultists
does that
are just...
mean angels are real? Is there like, Jesus's legions we could call upon in this situation?
Look, Nadine, I don't want the Christians in the comments later wanting to ask me these questions.
that makes sense. I understand that.
I keep things religiously ambiguous in this series, so...
All right, well, I'll ease up on the Jesus reference. Oh, gosh darn it, we're back in town. And she wheels around a grassy dune and pulls onto one of the residential streets at the edge of town. And you see a bunch of deer crossing the road.
While we're driving, can I say I've been healing myself with magic?
Yeah, sure. How's that work? You fully healed?
That depends on how you want to treat it. It is actually a weird move I can do. Just magic is heal 1 harm.
Okay, so you could do it over the course of a car ride.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, you're full up, and yeah, there's a bunch of deer in the way. It's a good thing you healed yourself, because yeah, deer.
just like as he's standing there with his hand on the bullet wound, majestic.
They are in your path, so Nadine's gonna have to slam on the brakes.
Oh, okay. I thought you slow down. It's like, how likely are we to hit the deer?
Well, unless her brakes are really good, it's hit deer or go off the road, and there's kind of a drop off on either side.
Oh, okay. Then I need to do something as well. Um,
Or I could just
uh,
have her roll.
yeah. If you want, maybe treat that as like an act under pressure for her, and then I can roll an assist roll.
Okay. Okay, so you point out the deer, and she's, oh, damn! Brakes, the car kind of fishtails around, and then slides and stops next to a calf. Are they calves? Fawn. And it's
Fawn.
looking in your window straight at you, just eyes wide.
Okay, so it is 1982. It's gonna go up to the window, right? The little door handle, and wheel it down a little and then pet its head. Go on.
You reach out, and it's like, fuck this, and bolts.
I was like, I don't think there's a person alive who would not attempt to do that.
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, some headlights come blaring in at your eye level, off to a weird angle, and you see the sheriff's Jeep bouncing down the dunes and like coming back up into view, and it's taking a shortcut so it can cut you off. So now Nadine's like trying to back up, and Austin powers the go-kart back into straight.
Okay.
So unless something happens, he will probably cut you off.
All right, 1 second.
Chief Ford, that's his name.
I have an idea. Let's go look at Nadine. Okay, so don't treat this as me answering your question. I'm gonna use big magic. I'm gonna use magic again. Uh, uh, sorry, to Jeff. This is the other player. I'm gonna use magic again, and I'm gonna use the ability summon a monster into the world.
Oh God.
Yeah.
To what end?
Was that?
Like to grab him before he gets onto the road?
More or less just to distract the sheriff.
Okay.
Like distract him or stop.
monster? What kind of monster do you want to summon?
Let's make sure I can get the monster out real quick with this roll.
Sure.
Oh, thank God. Base 10 plus weird 2, so 12. There it is. On a 10 plus, the magic works without issue. Choose your effect. I'm going to summon a celestial lion goat.
Oh.
Okay, there's a chorus of angels. This light appears on the side of the road up ahead. And yeah, there's like trumpets in the distance. This brilliant kind of growing shape, and it starts to coalesce. And it is a unicorn with some sort of angelic being on its back with a lance and a shield. And it holds up the shield and waves at Nadine. And she like drives and goes right past it, and she stares at it as you go by, and then you hear the sheriff popping off shots, or the police chief popping off shots, and you see the Jeep sort of stop 100 feet away or so, and then the thing starts walking towards it.
I'm just kidding. Like, all right, Nadine, for reference, that does not answer your question.
Very clear.
Oh my God. Is there any downside to big magic?
That wasn't big magic. Weirdly, as it states, it's just magic.
Oh, okay.
under the use magic says summon a monster into the world.
Okay.
So yeah, literally just
Cool.
I summon a minor celestial. I don't think you'd summon like an archangel or anything, but just enough to run distraction while we get away.
Cool. Occupy the chief. All right. Yeah, you make it into town, and she pulls off into somebody's driveway and turns off the engine and turns off the lights.
Hey Nadine,
Yeah.
we still need to go to the sheriff's station, because that's where we're meeting up with Ernie and.
Well, don't you think Ford will go there too?
Well, then we need to go save Ernie.
Ah, jeez. All right. She starts the car back up again. You see somebody come to their back door and look out. She's like, "Oh, damn!" She drives and she gets to the police station. All right, our folks at the police station. It's quite a scene over here.
It's not looking great.
We're having a great time.
It's a wild thing to walk in on. We got it under control.
Oh, what's next here?
I'm doing what I'm doing still. I mean, I'm holding the staff.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing a great job at it. I'm not looking at the blood.
Cool. So the rift is almost shut now, and Ernie's like, "Should I try again?" And Hargrove's just like sighing, but he can't even think straight at this point. Maybe he's lost too much blood. I guess you have a tourniquet going, so there's not a ton.
Yeah. It's still not great. I don't think
Yeah.
that's the preferred method for amputation, but that's neither here nor there.
So if you
Barb!
want, Ernie can try again. He couldn't possibly do as bad.
Bob, we do have that fire axe.
We do. Are we just using a knife currently?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the
Ernie?
knife is to dig out the bumps rather than.
Okay, so we've been
we're
bump
past that
digging.
at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay. So you want to go get that axe?
Ernie, I gotta ask you a question. This seems like it's not quite working right now. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Do we want to go a little bit bigger scope and get that fire axe?
Oh God, he looks lightheaded. He's like, I don't know how I'd explain that to the doctors or the chief.
let me do the explaining.
You know what? Yeah, that's a problem for afterwards. For right now, I feel like this is the big thing that we're dealing with.
Listen,
All right.
listen, Ernie, trust me. When I tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger, I roll plus charm. And on a 10 plus, they'll do what I say.
And honestly,
All
I
right.
could just act a little weird and people will completely disregard what I'm talking about. So I feel like we're good.
All right, roll that roll there, Stinky Pete.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Didn't you say something like if you get?
Oh
a
no,
10 plus?
I was saying that if we need to explain
the
this to
fallout.
doctors, I can do that.
Oh, right. Okay, he goes over, he busts the glass, and he comes over, and he's quivering, holding that axe, and I guess you hold dude's arm in hand.
I held his arm.
Um,
Yep, I'm just patting his head. I'm like, Bennett, we're gonna get through this.
Mhm.
Okay, and he goes, and it is so nasty. He's
Icky.
successful though.
Yeah.
And now you have a hand and half of an arm.
Cool.
I don't know, Pete. We want to throw it in? What are you thinking?
Uh, I feel like it's worth holding on to.
Hand holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pete just kind of drops it in like the front pocket of his overalls.
Yep. I'm just gonna raise Bennett's arm up a little bit above his heart. Get
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
All right.
All right,
And
the
then
rift has
the rift
closed.
has closed. Okay.
The tourniquet is working.
Okay.
You might want to
Yeah.
cauterize. No, you probably don't cauterize it. A doctor can.
No,
nip
that
those
seems like a
things off.
lot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all of everyone else from the station is left, right? Trying to think if anyone could just be like, "Can you guys take him to the hospital?"
Hmm. Well,
Barry
somebody should be coming
calls-
back with my car. Yeah.
Barry
Yeah.
calls the local doctor and
Oh yeah, house calls.
and
Perfect.
then calls the fire department. So eventually everyone will meet there and take care of Hargrove.
All right, so we got our staff. The rift is closed.
Uh-huh.
Pete,
And
I'm
that staff,
feeling
by the
all
way,
right
that
in this
staff
moment.
is pulsing with weird
Oh,
purple energies, like it's been upgraded with all that rift energy.
Hmm. Pete is gonna stand up and kind of use the staff as like a walking stick.
Nice. Yeah, the seaweed is sort of like peeking up over your collar there.
Is it okay? Here's a good visual for you. Is it kind of mixing in with his beard?
A little bit, yeah. But not so
Awesome.
much that it'd be an expensive special effect on TV, you know.
but
Yeah.
still a cheap
Right,
effect.
right.
See,
Okay.
I love this image of this old man in just overalls holding a purple walking stick with seaweed growing into his beard and a human hand just sticking out of the front of his body.
Perfect.
Poor pocket. Yeah, it's just in the pocket.
Yeah.
We might need.
There's like a just a big
This is
red
a nightmare.
stain.
This is a
God
nightmare.
damn. And you said you wear overalls, right? So it's
Yeah,
you could
it's just
go
in
in
that
it's
there.
one big pocket.
It's the front pocket, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Nadine and Leon, Louis,
Leo.
Leo.
Leo
Okay.
shows up.
Sorry, I was just like,
So like
Yeah.
that.
You see some missing people there. And you recognize them from the posters out front of the sheriff's department there. So that's exciting. And Molly is there.
so you're gonna like take a situation in the room. I'd imagine because of the kerfuffle, things are everywhere, and I quite clearly see signs of magic, including the fact there's a blood circle on the ground.
Sure, yeah. So you pass these interesting NPCs and open the door, and yeah, you see everybody on the ground. Like there's one guy that's covered in like concrete and linoleum. There's remains of a blood circle on the ground. There's blood spattered all over the wall and the floor.
Magical
Those
But
staff.
everyone seems to be okay. Barry's there for some reason.
So I just gotta look at the people at the back, the missing people looking there. See Pete had an interesting night. Pete,
Oh yeah, you know it.
yeah. Blood circle.
Yep, there was a rift opened here, so we took care of that.
Your blasé-faire attitude in regards to that is a little alarming.
I mean,
Uh,
you know the shit
a
that
long
we've
day.
seen, Leo.
The radio crackles, and you hear the chief. Ernie, you there?
Look up at Ernie. Hey Ernie. I feel like now, if there was ever a time to understand that your boss might be evil, now is that time. I don't know if you're part of his cult, but if you're not, now might be a good time for us to leave and regroup somewhere where he doesn't know where we're at.
Pete, give him another candy. That helped last time. Give him another
Yeah.
candy.
I got an
Oh.
orange flavored one.
Do you have Werther's second original?
The sugar
So-
free Werther's originals.
So Ernie respects the chain of command, so you'll have to convince him not to answer the radio.
All right, I will do a manipulate someone then.
Or he could answer the radio but not tell him where they're going.
I'll try to get Ernie on our side because it's as far as Louis knows, or Leo. So as far as Leo knows, his allegiance is somewhat ambiguous, given that his boss is, a cultist, or at least perceived to be a cultist.
All right, roll it up.
Three. I rolled a 3.
You rolled
Oh,
a 3.
shit.
Get some
Oh.
experience though.
That's bad. Ernie shakes his head
That's bad.
and he stands up and he grabs the thing and he goes, Stone here. What's up, Chief? And the chief is like, some people came to the mansion and they shot at Peter Montrose. Look, man, you got to hold on to him. Don't let him get away. You still got treeples? And he's like, yeah, yep, Barry's still here. Does anyone want to step in?
I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the cord from it. Let me ask you: is it like the walkie, like the when you press the button,
Little
press
ham
it up to
radio
your
thing?
mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go up to there and grab the little aux cord and
Radio goes dead, and Ernie gives
boy.
you this look like, what the fuck?
Ernie. I get you don't know me from Sunday.
He grabs the one on his chest and starts
This
to
guy-
answer that.
I was like, stop, please. Please. No
As
magic.
you could use your special manipulate thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I could. Hang on. My manipulate to tell the I forgot that I have that, even though I made a joke about it 15 minutes ago. Hey, listen to me, Ernie. According to my good friend here, your boss is up into a lot of shit, and I think it's probably for the best that we do not have communication with him, considering everything that just happened. You know how crazy that was? Your boss is involved in that. And then I'm gonna roll. Ha ha. I leveled up.
Unless you want to use a luck point.
I think it's more interesting for me to level up.
Hell yeah.
So I
Fair.
rolled a 4. So on a miss, they're going to think I'm crazy and maybe dangerous too.
He answers. He's like, Chief, I got him here with me. They're into some weird stuff, man. And the chief is like, did they summon a monster? And he's like, well, I mean, there was a monster, but it was Hargrove, sir, and he looks like he's getting better. Well, don't let him leave. I'm almost there. And he like lets go and starts to reach down for his weapon, and he's shaking his head. He's like, I don't want to hurt you guys, but I gotta do what the chief says.
Ernie, you and I both know that weird things have been happening tonight. I will, in a second, I'll be doing another manipulate someone if I can. But like, and I say this to you with full honesty, that your boss is not the one behind all this, but is one of the people behind this. He took Pete. He was part of the people who took Pete. He's part of the people who's wrecking this town. See those, those disappearing people out there? He was responsible before that. I understand that you don't know what's going on, and your inkling here is to go off the man that you worked for a while now, because who are you going to trust, from stranger or us? But we didn't do this, and I know we didn't do this. And now I'll do that manipulate someone.
All right, I'll give you advantage on this.
Yeah, I'll grab another D6.
I know what I'm doing for my level up.
Nice.
7.
I will reveal it when it comes time.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, okay. He agrees, but he's like, if y'all are lying to me, I'm gonna be pretty angry, man. These people, I think they hurt my dad. I can't let anyone else be hurt. And now the phone starts ringing on the desk.
I just hit it with the staff. Boom.
Maybe-
He's like, what are you doing? Don't do that. That could be
Ernie-
anyone.
Ernie, we don't want anyone else hurt either. Okay, well, I think we're all in the same place here. We just want to, keep people safe, and we're a little
Okay,
bit worried
so that
about
phone
most-
is
Yep.
that phone's
Gonzo.
toast, but another one's ringing.
So I'm like, Ernie, we just gotta maybe don't answer it, or maybe answer it and don't tell him everything. We don't
I'm
need
just-
to tell him everything.
I'm just gonna
Or you
pick
can
it
just
up
let us
real.
know.
I'm just gonna pick it up real quick, and I'm not gonna answer it. Just pick up the receiver. And,
Okay.
listen.
It's somebody from the hospital. Is Ernie Stone there? This is Westwood County Hospital over in
gonna-
Darlington.
Gonna point the phone. It's from the hospital.
It could be my dad. Here, give me that. And he reaches out, takes it. Nadine runs in and she's like, "Are we gonna stay here, Jabberjohn, all day? We should get the hell out of here. The chief could be coming."
I mean,
Hey,
that's a great point. Did somebody get my car?
Yeah, didn't Barry leave to get the car?
Your car's ready.
I don't know. Is it?
Did you send Barry to go get the car?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So that'll take him a while. He probably won't get here in time before the chief. Ernie hangs up and he's like, "My dad's awake. He might know who's behind this." And he gives y'all a suspicious look and grabs his car keys and heads out.
Hmm.
Well, out of character. Well, he's out of the equation, but do we want his help? That's the question. He's a guy with a gun, so
Oh, and he's
I
taking
mean-
Hargrove because as long as he's going to the hospital, might as well.
well,
Yeah, absolutely.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a dude that was supposed to protect the world from us, and he is no longer here. So I feel like we've kind of chilled that one out.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know. I feel like between the three of us, I feel like we've got good manpower now.
All right.
Okay. He goes to lock up and he's like, "Wait, what happened to Barry?" And you see Barry running down the street.
Just
Oh
kinda
yeah,
like
to get my car.
He's going back to Randy's.
Okay, y'all load up with Nadine. You see Ernie go into his Jeep, and we'll say y'all circle around, go join Barry at the car, and so you've got your car now.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask that Ernie take some of the victims that had just reappeared back in our world with him, because they probably are mentally traumatized from world hopping.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he loads them in.
Not like the
And,
80s were a good time for mental health, but
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
speaking of which, Leo, it's nice to meet you. I'm Barbara.
Oh, hi, Barbara.
I've been
I'm-
stuck in there for about 20 years, but I'm happy to be back.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Leo.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Right. Because who wants things to be awkward and not have a conversation?
Yeah. She's my friend. She does some cool shit.
Nadine's
having a
like,
great time.
"Wait a minute.
Nadine?
What's your name? Barb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barb? What's your last
Nadine.
name?"
Adam.
Barb, Adam. Wow, yep. It's great to see you. It's been a long time.
It's been some time, yeah. It's good to just see that everyone's still here.
And Hargrove, he's doing all right. I mean, he lost his hand,
Yep.
but
No, that's yeah. It should be fine.
all right. Well, gosh, okay. So you get to the car. Barry pulls the paper mat out and sweeps down the seat a little bit, and then does a voila motion for you. Stinky Pete.
Oh.
And hands you
Thank
your
you.
keys.
Thank you very much.
All right, where are you guys gonna go?
Leo, what did you find out? Where should we go?
Somewhere quiet to discuss this. Because
All right.
This is going to require some explanation.
Well,
Okay.
does anybody have any suggestions?
Well, I'm gonna look at Nadine because, like, she's the local.
She says, what's someplace he would never guess?
How about one of those abandoned buildings? There was one that we were
Okay.
looking at, not that far from the ice cream shop, but they probably wouldn't think that we'd hide somewhere so publicly easily to find.
How about the bowling alley?
To the bowling alley.
Sounds good to
All
me.
right. So, should Nadine bring her car too, or load her in with you?
I think that it's better to have multiple vehicles just
Mhm.
in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you follow her and you pull in behind and turn off the lights. You are all now behind the bowling alley.
Leo's gonna get out of the car. Okay. So, I have to. The long of the short is magic is real.
Been
and-
there.
yeah.
Experienced that.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a whole, like, several unsolicited organization, or not solicited, they're not working together. Basically, organizations based around this, and what is considered like on the totem pole of magic, right? There's like consortiums and colleges, and the very bottom, just above mundane people, are these things called cultists. Now they vary in power, generally speaking, but generally they just take magic from stronger creatures, right? That's the basic idea. They like take magic from devils or extraplanar beings. Do I have to explain what planes are? Do you all know what planes are?
They're those things in the sky.
Close. I can see. I can see that. Basically, like nether dimensions. They're nether dimensions. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, Pete, we know all about that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
just
we've
cool.
been
went
to
this
one of
morning.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Pete, glad you're not dead.
Hey, look at this arm, right? Like I should be.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
all
I
right.
know. It's painful.
Yeah.
It's not actually painful.
It's not actually
weird.
painful.
Any
But it is
any
stressful.
pain that you might have had in it because you're an older gent, it's gone. It just feels nice and.
I feel right as rain, actually. I don't know why I said that thing a minute ago.
It's like, cool. I'm glad that you're okay. I mean, you're not, but I'm glad you're not worse. Anyway, point is, there's a group of cultists in this town that are trying to use the power of a dark god from another dimension in order to increase their own personal wealth. Also, for some reason, Peter Montrose is a wannabe ethical, philosophical person. Like the guy trying to destroy the town is also trying to get up to be about the ethics of money, which that was weird. But anyway, I went to his house. Nadine ran distraction. Thank you, Nadine. Could have done it without you. Found these bands. These bands are more people to be dragged away. That's probably what happened to you, Pete. So it's going on. They're trying to destroy the town in order to make money, and they're probably messing with forces they don't understand.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
Well,
Mike-
so it sounds like we should kill those guys.
Yeah. At the very least, we need to stop them, cut their connection, which I don't know how to cut a connection to a god or another being, or we need to do something.
Hey, Barb, do you think that it's maybe that big guy that we saw?
That makes sense to me. I'm just wondering if there's any way to get people out of there, because I mean, you and I were there, and it's not that fun.
So-
You know?
I may have that information in rough details.
Yeah.
So it requires a phrase to be said backwards, like Mr. Ketzelbleck. And you have to drain some blood in a magic circle at the bottom.
Oh, we know
of
all about blood circles. Yep.
Damn, we should have saved some of Bennett's blood.
that.
There's plenty of it there.
Wait, hold on a second. And I take his arm out of the front.
Oh my god! It's just pooled at the bottom of your pocket.
Listen, if we need to use it, I got a bunch right in here.
There we go.
Does it have to be new blood? Can it be old blood?
I would have to read the scroll to know. I'd have to read whatever
Montrose
source.
did say a pint of the spellcaster's blood.
It has to be a pint.
Spellcasters.
So yeah, it has to be a pint of the spellcaster's blood.
Well, then
Sounds
what
like we
the
gotta
hell
find
do I have
Montrose.
this pocket full of blood for?
You know, Pete, I've been wondering the same thing the last 3 minutes. Also, why you have a hand in your pocket?
Yeah, you just got this new clean car and it's getting blood all over it.
Hey, real talk, I probably should have given that back to Bennett when he went to the hospital.
Oh, for certain, yeah.
That's going to be a issue for him.
So funny thing about that, whoever's looking at, I keep forgetting your name. How could I forget Stinky Pete? Whoever's looking at Pete's pocket, it starts to glow a little bit.
Hey, Pete, your pocket's glowing.
That's not good.
Oh,
How are the
shit.
dots looking?
You got a magic rock in your pocket.
I take his arm out of my pocket and I just hold it like Buzz Lightyear holding his own arm in Toy Story. You know the scene?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just like flopping it around. I'm just like, hey, I got it. I got this.
So the dots have become fully black and are sort of kind of giving off a weird ethereal glow.
Oh, that's not good.
And it feels alive in your hand, this severed hand.
Can I do a sensitive roll? When you
Sure.
open up your brain to, that's a psychic environment.
Open your brain to the psychic environment.
So that may not, it depends on how you want to interpret that, but it may not apply.
Check the psychic AM/FM off that hand.
Let's just do a version of that for any magical stuff.
Okay. So let's do plus weird. I'm going to,
Plus
oh, wait. I actually have something that applies to this. Theoretically, third eye, when you read a bad situation, I would say a glowing hand might be a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
You can open up your third eye for a moment to take in extra information. Take a +1 hold on any result of 7 or more. Plus, you can see invisible things on a miss. You still get one hold, but you expose yourself to supernatural danger.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I'm rolling it now. It was an act under pressure, which is plus. Cool. So that is a 5. The dice are not with me today.
Mark experience.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna say you got up close to the hand, and the weird glow seems to increase, and you can see into the holes. They're like little, like, you know, if you look at a raindrop and it shows you a sort of 360 reflection. It's like that, but instead of that, it's that creepy beach universe sort of grayed out. And so it's you in that, and you start to like be mesmerized by it. And so everything else sort of fades away except for that close-up image, and you see Baltavoth Ga looming in the background. And so Leo just sort of starts to gray out a little bit and look stunned.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Sure.
Also, I apologize to the viewers if what I had said was a run-on sentence that no one could understand. So
I understood it fine.
I got a 14.
Oh.
Mhm.
there you go.
So he looked into the face of darkness too long, and he has been tainted by it.
Oof.
It might make him now a link between this world and that.
Okay.
So in addition to the hand possibly being rift openable, maybe now he is as well.
Okay.
But at the very least, nobody should be looking at those bumps.
Nobody should be looking at the bumps. And then that kind of tells us what can it do is it kind of creates that link. Okay.
Do you tell us that nobody should be looking at the bumps? Was that in character?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you guys that nobody should be looking at the bumps, and then Pete, you
Pete-
think it's a good idea or a bad idea to make him touch the staff?
Pete just stuffs the arm back in his front pocket.
Yep. Nope. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Does Leo come to kind of when I do that?
He starts to, yeah.
All right, cool.
Color
Because I
back into
did.
his
There was a
cheeks.
split second where I was gonna think about slapping him with the hand.
Would have been fun.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
So,
Hey,
yeah,
wake up!
He starts to come back to himself a bit.
Oh, what happened?
You got a little mesmerized when you looked at those black dots.
Yeah. What did you see something? You seemed all out of this world.
It was like word of like black and white, and I was on a beach, and there was this being in the distance.
Hey, that sounds like the one that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The beach with all the crab fetuses. Yep.
That's
Mhm.
that's the extraplanar. Okay,
Hey, do you want to hold on to this cool purple white staff?
let me just.
Yeah. Is it still pulsating and stuff?
Okay, when you see it, it looks wrong. And it's now that you realize that your friends look wrong too. Like everything looks a little unpleasant, put through the filter of your conscience, like whatever you would find unpleasant, like whether it's a runny nose or bleary eyes or flat hair, whatever it is. They got that going on, and the background behind them looks faintly evil as well.
Is there something I could theoretically roll to understand that his perception is being altered?
Sure, yeah.
Since-
That'll be just a regular old plus. What is the normal thought one?
I mean, you
Is it
could.
Like a
cool.
read a bad situation one.
Yeah, read a bad situation.
Okay,
Sharp.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my third eye for this, since it is magic based.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God. 9 plus 1, so 10.
Cool. Yeah, you have been tainted by staring too long into the face of evil, and it is altering your perception to make you like that world more than this one. And if you let your thoughts drift too much in that direction, you think it might make you controllable by Baltavoth Ga or someone with his power.
Do I understand that that's the creature's name is Beltavathka?
Well, that's what they called it. That's what.
That's right.
What's his
Did
name?
you get little dots when you were in that lightning gunfight?
First thing he's gonna do when he understands that, he's just gonna, without even completely ignoring his instinct as it is right now, he's just gonna grab the staff and then take a look
Okay.
at his hands.
Yeah, you grab the staff and you look down, and there's nothing there. But your skin looks a little diseased or gaunt or something. It doesn't look quite right.
Pete, how does my skin look?
Your skin looks gaunt.
No, he
Does-
looks fine. He looks normal.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You look fine and normal.
The arm is acting as a connection to Baltavathka, the being that they're channeling from, and it's altering my perception of reality.
Does that mean I should probably get rid of it, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. And Pete just like, we're in the bowling alley, right?
You're out back.
Oh, okay.
There's a dumpster full of stuff they've been demolishing the insides. They've been throwing it into.
Yeah,
a dumpster.
Pete just chucks it in the dumpster.
And then I'm gonna light the dumpster on fire.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yep, I was
nice.
more
On
worried
the-
about someone else. Yep.
On the inside, obviously.
Right. So
I
you.
just-
Okay, the drywall and shit
Delish.
starts to burn.
Also, we're gonna want to get out of here soon because it's gonna show a
Yep.
smoke signal. So
Yep.
Oh shit, yeah. Man, okay. Let's get Nadine. We gotta go.
Okay, yeah, you all head out, and as you're leaving, Nadine points, and you see the sheriff's jeep, or the police chief's jeep, goes by, and you like tuck around behind some houses. You're not sure how he knew you were there.
Oh.
I do actually. It's like Batavath got the interdimensional thing. Fred. I called him Fred earlier, I think. Fred is messing with my head. And I think that he knows that generals are where I'm at because of it.
Oh.
So
So we should we throw you in the dumpster?
You know, Pete, I like your pragmatism, but I may have an idea.
Maybe we just keep a close eye on him.
You think because the hand was used to open a rift that as you leave, that'll like attract the chief's attention more than you. So you should be able to get away before it tracks you. But at some point, yeah, you'll want to separate from the group or cut the link somehow.
It's like, I may have an idea. Which one of you cast the magic back in the police station?
That was me.
Well, Pete, I think you're gonna have to you're gonna be an ordained deputy wizard today.
That's cool. Well, hot dog.
I'm gonna run interference. I'm going to try. If I run interference, the sheriff will follow me. We need to find a way to get you the ritual. We need to find a way to get you a ritual for the ritual first, to bring everyone back. If we bring everyone back, we might be able to relinquish Fred's grasp on these people. Basically, like a lot of this is just a hunch. And Jeff, feel free if you feel like he would not know this next part. A lot of times, whenever they kidnap people, it's because they use the life force to make the creature stronger. Once again, please correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. So if you remove everyone all at once from there, A, it's going to be raining men, but also B, if they wouldn't have the power they would need to get to doing a lot of the stuff that they want to do. And it might be easier to close Fred's grasp on this town.
Hallelujah.
So we got to get all the people out before doing anything else.
Yeah, think of people like batteries to some of these creatures.
Okay. I think that's doable.
Yeah, I don't want to get them stuck in there.
That doesn't mean they're going to come back alive or conscious. Once again, Jeff, if you feel like any of this doesn't apply, please tell me.
It sounds like you're going to take one car and run interference, and they're going to go to the Montrose estate and do the backwards spell.
Yeah, that's the kind of idea. Also, the lore I was just dumping, if you feel like that was not appropriate. That was literally just Leo guessing. So
yeah, no, it's a good guess. I like that.
it's an educated guess, but still a guess. I was like, I cannot say for certain that this will work. This is all conjecture. Magic is fickle, and anyway, since I feel like he's probably going to be following me. If I run interference, you two can go and cast the spell. You will need a pint of the caster's blood, whoever's casting the spell.
Okay.
Gotta be worth a shot, yeah.
All right.
And it's going to be at Peter Montrose's house in his basement.
Before we move on, I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to reveal the level up that I took earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I took a move from another playbook.
Nice.
I took a move from the spooky playbook called Jinx. I can encourage coincidences to occur. the way that I want. When I jinx a target, roll with weird. On 10 plus, hold 2, and 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the keeper holds 2 over me to be used in the same way. So I kind of want to say that when I snapped before, when I said, oh, hot damn, that was me encouraging a coincidence. And one of the things I can do is the target finds something you left for them. And I think that the chief is going to find the hand.
Nice.
So that's already a distraction that we may not need to run interference on.
Okay.
Is that cool? Can I work that in?
Yeah, I think so. He's going to try to put out the fire and get the hand back. And yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So let me roll for that and we'll see what happens. What do I add to this? +1.
Probably.
So that is a 7. So I hold 1.
Good enough, yeah. So next time we will resolve the big powerful spell. Now, Dean, did you find that spell in the safe, or do you still need to find that one?
I did find a scroll in the safe. I don't know, and it's the one that told Montrose I was there. I don't know if that was a spell needed to do the.
Okay,
To
we'll
do-
say it's on the back of the scroll or whatever, like how to
Okay.
originate the link with the other universe. So that'll do it for today. How's everybody feel? Anything you really enjoyed?
We were so caught up in the scenes that we didn't take a break like we normally do.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that was a good sign.
Mhm.
Uh,
About 15 minutes ago, I was like, what time is it? This is a long hour.
Yeah.
That was great.
So I feel like that's a pretty descriptor on how much fun we've all had.
Yeah.
And well, Jeff, I apologize. I'm never trying to like code keeper you or anything. So if you feel like I'm lying or making shit up or doesn't apply, just tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I corrected as a few times.
Yeah. By all means, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying shit.
I like to GM, collaboratively, and that's actually, that's a really big part of this game anyway, is
True.
working together. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I really like that I was specifically able to level up in this episode because I've had the idea since Pete got the thing on his arm to like, oh, maybe now he can do a little magic.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
And I
Damn.
specifically went for the spooky playbook because I feel like it's like not natural magic, like it's like definitely like a dark presence or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got to do that.
Stinky scary magic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say the armor, by the way, is just him casting a defensive spell. That's all it is.
Oh, I like that.
Rather than just armor randomly appear, it's just a defensive spell that just blocks shit. Apparently, it was a good session. Do you all want to pick this up again on February the 25th, which will be our next normal session?
Sounds
Thumbs
good to me.
up. 2 thumbs up from me.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
3 if you still have it. No, we got rid of that one.
Anybody else with any likes?
The entire thing at the police station was fun.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
That was a mess.
I just didn't know how to resolve it.
Yeah, we're like, do we have to do it? Do we have to do it? We didn't, but we did it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what I told Jamie whenever we did Relay Watch. Thank you for allowing me to do my bullshit.
Oh my god. Summoning the Celestial was great.
Cool as shit.
Police chief's gonna have a lot of stories.
That was my thing. Like, thank you for allowing me to do my bullshit. Yeah, no, it was a fun time.
I thought for sure you were gonna electrocute Montrose.
I did too, yeah.
Because a part of me is like, I don't want Leo to be the anti-hero archetype, because torture is kind of not on his menu, normally speaking. But he is like, as far as Pete, he knows Pete is still trapped somewhere, so time is of the essence. So I was playing the character like, I don't know if I want the character to be torturing a dude, even if it is, a good thing, because that's a very like anti-villain thing, and I don't consider Leo an anti-villain or anti-hero. Excuse me, I'm gonna say anti-hero. I don't
A
consider
little
Pete.
unhinged, but still holding on to his ideals. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I as the player and the character was debating the whole time of actually doing it or just using it as an empty threat. So see where it goes with there.
Well, I get to keep my villain, so that's always good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Um, do anyone want to end with anything on that one?
Oh, wishes. Any thing you want to get into next time?
Oh. I mean, I want Pete to do magic, but it sounds like that's where we're going.
Yes.
I want to save the town. Leo wants to save the town.
Yeah, I mean that's a good
Right.
one too.
Yeah, fair. I'm excited to fight Pete. Not you, the other Pete.
Yeah, bad Pete.
I'll fight you if need be, but
Yeah.
Soon though it will be Pete versus Pete. So
classic
yeah.
Pete.
The
Pete,
long
Pete.
the long-awaited revival of Pete and Pete on Nickelodeon.
That's right. Real quick.
That's a PvP I could get behind.
There you go. Pete versus Pete, PvP.
Yeah.
Pete.
Real quick, so we don't forget to do it like we did the last few times. Let's do the end of session experience real quick.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
We did not conclude the current mystery. Did we save someone for certain death or worse? I would say that's a yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
You saved Ernie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking about Bennett.
Bennett, yeah.
Unclear.
We did a couple things to Bennett.
Poor
did we learn
handless
something?
Bennett.
Yeah, poor Bennett. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we did.
Yeah.
And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Something new and important happened to one of the hunters.
Yeah.
Does that count?
That's up to Jeff.
I think that's more backstory. The fact that Dean is now a conduit to an evil monster could be that.
That's up to you, Jeff. Is that a mark or is that not a mark?
I don't think so. So
Okay.
2 XP?
Mark 1 if you've got 2 yeses.
Got it.
Mark 1. Okay.
And that's why the players are here for that sweet character development. Go ahead and save my character. There we go. All right. We all got stuff we need to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and step the closer here. I want to thank you, the viewer, for being here today. I would like to thank you if you're watching this live on Twitch or later on YouTube. We always appreciate anybody watching. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. That felt
Smash
unnatural.
that like
for
and
me.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Ring that bell for notifications.
Yeah. As always, you can follow us on various social media accounts. You can follow us on YouTube at Omniversal Escapades, on Twitter at Omniversal ESC, Instagram and Threads at Omniversal Escapades. I'm going to go ahead and take it off to someone else to pitch what they're doing. How about Az? Because Az has something new going on.
I do. You can find me at Cal's Calzones on almost every site. I've been teasing it for a little while, but the Biodex cast is now live. The biology podcast that I do about Pokemon with my friend who has a PhD in biology. That is live. You can find it on Spotify already. It's going up on Apple Podcasts soon. I don't know if that's live yet, but our episode 1 is out about the basics of Pokemon biology. So go and give it a listen.
Nice.
At BiodexCast on Twitter. And what else do? I have a YouTube channel, Cal's Calzones. I've said it all before, you know.
At Biodex. Go ahead, Tess.
You can find me on Twitter at Tess is super cool. If you want to see photos of homemade food, you can find me on Instagram at Meals from the Basement. And that's about that.
Nice. Jeff, what do you got, my guy?
Hey, I'm on all the socials at El Jefe Tacoma. That's ELJEFE Tacoma. I host and run Shattered Worlds RPG, which is an actual play podcast set in the universe of my RPG. We play my RPG, Shattered Worlds. It's a space opera, zombies, wizards, all kinds of stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Jamie from this show is on there. He plays an old diplomat, and he's a lot of fun. So anyway, that show, we've started season 6. Been doing the show
Crazy.
for 7 odd years. So yeah, it's a great time. And I'm almost done with my first novel, The Tower of Justice. So stay tuned for more on that.
Nice. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Geekestein on most platforms. I'm not on Snapchat, but you can find me on basically everything else.
I don't know that any of our viewers are going for our Snapchats.
That's fair.
Find me on Snap.
Find me on Snap. This is my only project right now, although I'm feeling the writing bug catch me again, so we'll see what might comes up. I have an idea for a pulp series, so I might take a crack at it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you can follow me on all of those. We are going to continue next time on the February the 25th. That's not YouTube relevant, but for our audience. So go ahead and stay tuned. We'll post about that. I'm going to try and post better than a couple hours before we do it. So, catch us on the next time. I would like to thank everyone, thank Tess, Az, and Jeff for being here. And I want to thank our audience for being here. And I want to say, have a good night, everyone.
And thank you, Dean.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
And
listener.
Happy birthday, Dean.
True.
Thank you.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Yay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Taz. Thank you, Taz. Oh man,
We'll take
I'm gonna
it.
stop.
Tess and Az.
Tess
We'll
and
take
Az.
it.
There we go. Tess as